you hold my hand, look me in the eyes. You and me, yeah, that's all I need, and I'll be alright. I'll be right here. I swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer. I wanna stay here with you. All that we have is each other now. I promise I won't leave your side. Be who you are and you'll be enough. If you're giving me your love, giving me your love.
Well, good morning, everyone. I just dropped London off at school. Almost late. Hopefully she still will have time to eat breakfast, because I just got pulled over for the first time ever. Yeah, we were like running a few minutes late. I wasn't necessarily even rushing, but I was trying to go through a light, and the light turned yellow, and I didn't want to have to like brake really hard. I wasn't trying to slam on my brakes to stop, and I thought I could make it through the yellow light. Turns out I couldn't make it through the yellow light. I was like 0.5 seconds off to make it through the light for it not to be considered running a red light. And I got clocked real quick. So 24 years old and can no longer say that I've never been pulled over. He just gave me a warning, which is cool, but still not how I would have liked to start my day. So I had to pull over like 2 minutes from the school. I had to pull over and wait on all that, wait for him to run all the stuff and everything, and go on a goose hunt for the insurance, because it's on Christopher's phone, not my phone. Obviously I need to get it on my phone, although hopefully this doesn't happen again. And that's the thing, I'm usually not someone that will, like, I'm not that impatient of a driver. I'm not someone that will usually speed up through yellow lights. Like, if I see the lights turn yellow, even if I'm gonna piss someone off, usually I just go ahead and stop, just to be on the safe side. I don't know what was in my head today, why I thought, nah, just, if you just speed up a little bit, because I wasn't even going the speed limit. I was like, if you just speed up a little bit, you can make it through this light. Because it was, I just hate when the lights turn yellow just at that right moment where it's like, you're too close to brake, but you're too far to go. And so you gotta sit there and you gotta try and decide what's your best move. So it's like, do I brake really hard to stop in time? Or do I try to make it through? And I made the wrong choice today. Usually I would have just stopped, but I did not feel like slamming on my brakes. Now I feel like my nervous system is all messed up. I almost cried too. Cause like, I've never been pulled over before. He's like, there's no reason to be nervous. I'm like, I know, but I've never done this. I was shaking so bad. And then I'm sitting there just waiting for him to bring back my paperwork. I'm like about to cry. Like, I can't believe that just happened. Like, I'm such a freaking idiot. And I was getting like irritated thinking about how London was gonna be late because of that. So it has been a few hours since I dropped London off at school. Momma came and stopped by, and they took Christopher's truck to go take it to a shop to be fixed, get a new transmission. Yay. Hopefully that will finally get the truck good and running for a minute. Because so far since he got this truck, it's just been repair after repair after repair. So hopefully this one will do the job. And anything else can hold off for a while. There shouldn't really be anything left big to do. I mean, it's got a new engine, it's got a new air compressor, it's got new brakes, it's getting a new transmission, it's got a new starter. Not much else that can go wrong at this point, at least hopefully not big things, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars worth of repairs. Wee! Is that gonna be your favorite movie? Should I put Cars 2 on? You wanna watch Cars? Cars? Car? Can you say car? He calls him like, he just says wee. Wee. But the other day I think he was starting to say car. Car? Car. 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 Look, it matches your cup. Car. Yeah, car. Wee. You love cars. Wee. Lately I've been putting Miss Rachel on for him because he likes that, and like trying to get him to learn more things. I'm gonna try putting a Cars movie on and see how he likes it. I don't even remember Cars 2 or even 3, like at all. Whoa, Cars. I'm crying. This is like the cutest reaction ever. Car. I'm trying to do something that I've never had to do before. London and Ashlyn both never really took to passies. They kind of just like weaned themselves off them by like 4 to 6 months. So I never had to worry about that, but Jace is my first kid to actually get attached to a passy and to latch on. And I've been wanting to like start weaning him off of it, but there was just always so much going on. Like I feel like I've been wanting to do it for months, but he was always teething, or we were all sick, or like we were going on road trips and stuff, and it just didn't seem like the smartest time to do it. And so I hoped that now that things were kind of calming down and we're in more of a routine, I could start weaning him from the passy. And I decided the other day that I was gonna start doing it this week. I decided the other day I was gonna start doing it this week, and I think I'm gonna try. He does okay without it most of the time, unless he's in the car or like it's like he's trying to go to sleep. He started doing, sometimes he'll nap without one, but he won't go to bed without one yet. But once he is asleep at night, he does okay without it. Like if it falls out, he doesn't have to keep putting it back in type thing. Like he can kind of go back to sleep in the middle of the night without it, like if he ever wakes up. I mean, it kind of depends. Sometimes he wants it back, sometimes he goes back to sleep, and then like he wakes up and he wants it sometimes. And of course, right when I was like, okay, I'm for real gonna get started on taking the passy, I want to start doing it during the day first. Like I'm gonna try and cut it out completely during the day, like no naps. I feel like the hardest part about during the day is gonna be in the car, because he has his car passy that literally stays in the car, and as soon as you put him in the car seat, he's like asking for it and reaching for it. And then us sitting in the car rider line for like 30 to 40 minutes, I feel like might be kind of rough if I'm taking away the passy during that. He's usually decent in the car, and I am not looking forward to if I take the passy away and he starts being absolutely terrible in the car, especially during pickup time when we're just sitting there waiting. And I like to try and like time it for him to nap when we're there. Like that's not really long enough for him to have like his one nap, but I kind of like for him to get in like a good long 1.5 to 2 hour long nap, like late morning, early afternoon. And then if he would go back to sleep for like 30-40 minutes we're in the car for pickup is nice. But I just feel like it might be rough and he might be really fussy if I take away his passy in the car. So I feel like that's the part I'm least looking forward to during the day. And then obviously bedtime's not gonna be fun taking it, but I'm not gonna worry about that one quite yet. I'm gonna try, I mean, I know some people would say to just do it cold turkey, but I don't necessarily want to try that yet. I might change my mind in the future, but for now, I'm gonna try and cut it out during the day first. And then once he's good all day, then I'll start and cut it out at nighttime, at bedtime. But of course, right when I decide like, hey, I am gonna like cut down and like get started doing this for real now this week, I notice he's teething again. He's getting his canines in now. I'm not gonna change the plan because of that this time. We're still gonna attempt to do it even if he is teething again. So hopefully that won't make this too much harder for us to cut the passy out, because obviously it's a huge comfort thing and teething is hard on a child. It's extremely uncomfortable, painful even. So I don't want to postpone again, because that's what has happened for months now, is it keeps getting postponed because of all these things. So I don't really want to postpone it again. So I'm gonna keep moving forward and just hopefully him teething won't be too rough while also trying to wean him off of the passy. Literally, I've never done this before. London and Ashlyn barely even cared about a passy. They were more worried about me. Like, I was their comfort item. They would comfort nurse instead of taking a passy. Neither of them took a passy past 4 to 6 months, like, at all. Was like there was no weaning involved. Like, they just didn't care about it. They would use it here and there, and then eventually they just like stopped using it altogether. So I never had to wean them off of a passy. And I don't really understand how Jace ended up being so attached to a passy, because I was the same way with him. Like, I breastfed them all the same. None of my kids have ever taken to a blanket, a lovey, a stuffy, anything. He's the only one that's ever taken to anything, and it was a passy. But like, he still comfort nursed and like still was attached to me, so I don't understand where. I offered a passy the same amount. It wasn't that I didn't offer London and Ashlyn a passy. I offered one. They just never really got attached to it. I did the same thing with all 3 of them, and somehow Jace is the only one that ended up fully attached to a passy, because he's 20 months old now and still uses a passy. And I definitely would like to have it cut out by 2. I would have liked to have it cut out by 1.5, but things kept happening. But now I definitely want it cut out by 2, which that's still 4 months away, so I should be good in that aspect. It's just so new to me dealing with this. Every day, these kids ask for cereal. They literally ask for cereal every single morning. I make them their cereal and their drink of choice, and the cereal just sits there and they ignore it. And then within like the first hour of being awake, is it lunchtime? When's lunchtime? How much longer until lunchtime? And it's like, you didn't even eat your breakfast. Eat your breakfast. Why are you worrying about lunch? It's not lunchtime. If you were hungry, you should eat the breakfast that you requested. It's not like I made you a breakfast that you didn't want. You asked for cereal. You picked out which cereal. Eat your cereal. Got London's T-ball schedule last night. And something I feel like nobody really prepares you for when you have kids is how many freaking apps you need. I mean, it depends. I don't want to say you need them, but you know how many apps that I end up downloading for my kids, for having kids? When you have a baby, when you have a newborn, okay, it starts in pregnancy actually, all the pregnancy apps that you download, and then when they're newborns, obviously not everyone does this, I'm speaking from my experience. The newborn apps, like the baby tracking apps that track their diapers and their feeding and their temperatures and their weight and their growth and their milestones and everything else. I still have an app for Jace. Jace is over 1.5 years old now, and I still have his app. I use the Huckleberry app with him. I only keep it to use it to log his growth and his temperatures at this point. Like, I don't log his sleep. I never really did that. I could never keep up with logging the sleep. I don't log his feeding or his diapers or anything like that anymore. I use it for medicine to know when I can give medicine again, and temperatures to track their temperatures. And I like to put in his growth sometimes still too, just to be able to compare it. So there's like the growth apps for the babies. There's their doctor's appointments app, like their doctor app that I use. I can't, like, what's the word? Like, I use my chart. My doctors use my chart. Their old doctor used my chart, but their new doctor uses a different one. So now I have to have 2 different doctor's apps. London, I had to download the Class Dojo app for her school, because that's how the teacher communicates with the Class Dojo. And like, they upload pictures on there, and like they can get points on there, and it's like a little game. So I had to download an app for London's school, and now that London's starting T-ball, I had to download another app for communicating for T-ball, because the T-ball coach uses the GroupMe app. I had never heard of that one. I heard of some people making you do text now for sports, but this one used GroupMe, so I had to download that app last night. Like, as parents, why do we have to download so many dang apps? But yeah, I finally got her schedule last night. I was really, really nervous thinking that it was gonna interfere with dance. I was really worried about that because I didn't want to choose one or the other because dance is 9 months. Dance is August to May. It's 9 months long. Whereas T-ball is only like 2 to 3 months, I believe. So T-ball is only 2 months. So she wanted to do T-ball. I wanted to put her in T-ball. They also do dance. And I wasn't going to cancel out 9 months of dance for 2 months of T-ball. So I wanted her, Ashlyn's only doing dance this year, but I still wanted London to do both. So I just went ahead and registered her for both and hoped that they wouldn't interfere. And I didn't know what team London was gonna be on, and I actually thought London was gonna have to be moved to a different park because I registered her for T-ball at a specific park, like they do it by park. And I registered her for one park, and the coach called me and said, hey, I didn't have enough like kids sign up for this park. Would you mind if I transferred you to this other park? And I was like, that's fine. So he transferred me to a different park. And so I was assuming, oh, this park has these teams. I'm assuming she's going to be on one of these teams. And then he sent out the final information last night, and I looked at it, and I was like, I don't recognize this team. And I looked, and it's a team for the original park that I originally registered for. And I didn't know that I was going to be switched back to that park. It's not a problem. I didn't realize. And so when he sent me the new information, I got a little confused. It's fine. I guess he figured out the coaching and like the kid situation. Because I know he was also having trouble finding coaches. Their games are always on Saturday morning, so that's fine when it comes to dance. But I was worried about practice, like their weekly practice, because the girls have dance on Wednesday evenings. And practices, I was looking at the original list. Or I was looking at the list for the park that he transferred me to, and they have the 6-year-old team practice. There's different teams. There's different team options. So the 6-year-old team options that I was looking at, there was one on Monday, one on Tuesday, one on Wednesday, and 2 different ones, or no, actually one on Monday, one on Wednesday, and 2 different ones on Thursdays. That's the ones that I was looking at, and I'm like, okay, please just don't be the Wednesday one. Monday or Thursday is fine, just please don't be the Wednesday one because they have dance on Wednesdays. Thankfully, it's not on Wednesdays. It ended up being the original park, like I said, and it's actually on Mondays. And had I known that he transferred me back to the original park that I originally registered her for, and I had looked at the schedule, it literally says they have 4-year-olds on Thursday and 6-year-olds on Monday. And I could have already seen when her practice was gonna be. If I knew she was moved back to that park, I would have already known her team. Leave him alone. I would have known her team, and I would have known her practice day had I known that he transferred her back to the original park, because there's literally only one option. But, you know, that's a weight lifted off my shoulder now. As long as weather permits, like, obviously it's an outdoor activity, so if there's bad weather, they have to cancel and or reschedule. It might interfere with dance, but that's just a bridge I'm gonna have to cross when we get there. I've kind of been putting off going to the store and like just trying to build up my list, but I'm completely out of creamer and I'm just about completely out of dog food, so I kind of have to go today. I just realized it's 11:30 and I think I'm gonna try and go ahead and go real quick and get it out the way. I was gonna try and like go to Target and just leave like kind of close to dismissal time, that way I can go get our stuff and then go get London, but I don't want to risk taking too long. I don't know, I wanted to, but I talked myself out of it, and I think I'm just gonna run to Walmart real quick just to get the things that are already on my list. And I'm on the hunt. It is time for me. It is time. I'm on the hunt for eggnog. I probably won't find it today, but I'm gonna be on the hunt for eggnog until it's back. I need eggnog, like yesterday. It's fall time. Give me my eggnog. All right, back from Walmart. I got dog food. Grabbed a thing of creamer. Hold me off until it's time to get groceries again. Got some air freshener, 409 spray. I've been needing to get like a good degreaser. I finally got some more refills for the air wick thingy. Hasn't had any juice for like months. It was time for new toothbrushes. London's got left on the floor and chewed up, so I was like, guess that's my excuse to replace toothbrushes then. So I got the kids' toothbrushes, I got myself a new toothbrush, I got another e.l.f. lip stain, I got the Power Mauve color. I have this one, I love it, it's empty, so I just went ahead and replaced it. Clear brow gel, and I picked out a book. I don't know how I feel about the book per se. I usually like Lucy Score's stuff. I've read like several of her books and I've enjoyed them all. So I like her as an author, so I feel like I would like it. I'm not sure about the storyline yet. So hopefully I like this book and hopefully it's like a standalone, because she has this Riley Thorne novel like set, and I don't know if they're meant to be read in a specific order. They probably are, honestly. And this is probably like the third one out of, I don't know, I'll look it up. But I wanted something to do in the car rider line after I finished crocheting. This mug was on clearance for $2. I literally just got this exact same mug, but it's in like a gold-ish color like the other week. But I saw this one on clearance and it's like the clear iridescent version and I love it. It's dirty because I used it for my coffee this morning, but they're so pretty. I love iridescent things. And lastly, my pan over here is sad. I was an idiot and used like an electric whisk inside of it a couple times to shred chicken. Don't know why I would do that. And it scratched the pan all up, obviously. So now this pan doesn't work. I mean, it works. It's a pan, it works. But stuff sticks to it really bad because it got so like scratched up. So the non-stick doesn't really work anymore. And it's been driving me insane for months and months and months now. And I wanted to get the set that goes with my, what is that? Pioneer Woman one, because I really like those pans. And I wanted to get the full set, but I can't justify getting a full set of pots and pans right now when I still have working pots and pans. It's just this one that bothers me. And I can't find this size by itself in those. So I was just waiting and was like, one day I'll just buy this whole set, whatever. And I looked today just to see if maybe they did have a pot by itself that was kind of similar to this. I didn't see any of them. I didn't see any Pioneer Woman pans at all. But I did see this one, and I do really like this brand. Their stuff is super cute. The metal handle scares me. I don't like the handles that don't have the rubber or silicone, whatever, on them, because I feel like I'm gonna burn myself. I feel like these are too hot to grab, like just straight up. Like I have to have something to grab onto it with. So I'm always scared of burning myself with these. I love the handle, it's so pretty. I love iridescent hollow, like whatever. I love sparkly, shiny, rainbowy things. So it's so cute. It scares me a little bit. But they do have a lot of really pretty kitchen stuff. I do like the look of this brand. And it's a 2.5 quart. I don't think it's, I mean it might be. This might be a 3 or a 4 quart. I'm not sure. But honestly this is fine for what I use it for. And I need to just not scratch this one up. So I can finally throw this dang on pan out. And stop having to scrub everything out of it. Because it is a pain in the butt. Everything sticks, everything burns. It's a pain in the butt to clean it. And this just looks so much better. It looks so much fancier. It's cute. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but look, it's like sparkly. And the lid is cute, and it has like silicone around the edge, which is nice. So it's not like scuffing up the lid. Cute. I'm excited to use it. I wish I could keep the bottom of the pans clean though. Like, how do people keep, I don't know if it's even possible, how do people keep the bottoms of their pans from getting all like grimy and burnt looking? This isn't working. I don't want to put it back there. I don't like that angle. I keep forgetting to bring the camera and like really pick the camera up. I've become terrible at vlogging lately. Picked London up from school. Got the girls ready for dance. We picked up McDonald's. Now they're in class and me and Jason are out sitting in the car. I'm crocheting. I tried to go live. Someone made I had the idea like, oh, it would be fun since I'm sitting in a car for 30 to 40 minutes every day. I could use that time to go live whenever we're in the car pickup line. But I get the worst signal at London school. It's terrible. So I tried it one day. It was too laggy. And I was like, yeah, this just isn't gonna work. Jace, stop. And so today I was like, hey, I could go live while I'm at dance. I get good signal there. It'll be okay. And that'll keep me entertained while I wait in the car for 45 minutes. But no, it was also way too laggy. He just spilled ice everywhere. Oh! And I took the passy from him this morning. He had it for a little bit this morning, and then I took it, and he hasn't had it since. Not even in the car. I had this hidden, and he found it. He climbed back there to mess around, and he went and found it. After being without it all day, even during pickup and everything. Now you got ice all in your sister's seat. Oh God, it's soaking wet, Jace. Clean it up. Your sister's gonna be mad. She will throw a fit when she gets in here. Her seat's soaking wet. She's gonna be mad that you stole their drinks too. I need to start keeping trash bags in the dang car. It was not nice. Not nice. Anyways, I don't remember what I was even saying now. I tried to go live while I was sitting here, but it just would not stop lagging. Even though I have decent signal. My phone just does not like to work anytime I leave the house. Like literally. When I left the house today, none of my messages would go through, nothing would load. And I always have to like put my phone in airplane mode for a minute and turn it back off for it to start working. It's like once I leave the Wi-Fi, my phone freaks out and acts like it can't work. And it's like, I pay for phone service, so give me my phone service. You know, at home I have Wi-Fi. I don't pay phone service for me to sit at home on the Wi-Fi. So when I leave the house and no longer have Wi-Fi, that's when I would like the phone service that I pay for to do its job. But no, it never does. It never wants to work. I guess now I'm just gonna sit here and listen to music and crochet while I wait for dance to be over.
Give me love, give me all your love, give me all your love.